aggressor here in this matchup. And if you're Skimbo, how do you handle all that pressure? You saw some of the mistakes that Spot Me Please made. Not used to making those mistakes. Skimbo known for a couple mistakes. And you know what is in the back of his mind?
What's that?
Remember how the Madden Challenge 2016 ended? A pick, end the game? You know that's in the back of his mind. He wants revenge.
Remember, I'm up there on the stage. I'm holding up the belt, man. So, I mean, there's a little bit of revenge factor here. The question about Skimbo, as you look at him here, is will he run the football? I know he can chunk it all over the yard, but it seems at some point, even when he should run the ball, he's very stubborn not to just hand the rock off and get those easy yards.
Yeah, he wants to win the way he wants to win. He's notoriously known for throwing the ball all over the field, and I think that can sometimes cost him, and his opponents know that about his game. We've got all the game tape in the world to watch on the way he plays, so you just got to be very careful if you're Skimbo. Like, you got to run the ball in situations, and right there you can see Hannah, you can see Mom, Aunt, all in the crowd excited to be here. This is fabulous for SeriousMoe.
Mama Mo follows me on Twitter. It's like the highlight of my life. And I tell you what, I think RG nailed it on the head over there at the analyst desk. The winner has a huge advantage in Group A, and they can sort of settle back here. Opening kickoff, Mo will kick it off to Skimbo here. I'm liking these 1986 sort of looking Patriots, but let me ask you, what are the McDonald's keys to this game here? Game number 2 in Group A.
Yeah, SeriousMoe for him, he needs to defend the pass, and he needs to be able to put pressure on Skimbo. That's the focal point. You know Skimbo's going to want to throw the ball over the field. You got to pressure him, and if you're Skimbo, no turnovers, and take your check downs. Throw underneath against Mo.
So starting off from the 25, and finds Randy Moss. That's never a bad idea.
And right out the gate, you see pressure off the edge. He throws a strike to Randy Moss. He is, in fact, wearing a Randy Moss Patriots jersey. Look at those things. Those are beautiful. But utilizes Moss very well there.
So Skimbo from Oklahoma, SeriousMoe representing that Ohio life.
Look at these two. You see the little smirk that Mo gave right there? He's like, oh, okay, classic Skimbo. Throw the ball on the flat. Okay, buddy.
And by the way, if you're just joining us here, that is not Tom Brady. That's Aaron Rodgers. They have a salary cap set up. They can set their teams up however they want. And he has a man. It's Brown. And Brown down in the red zone.
Beautiful play. A little rollout left. Playmaker upfield. Most of the time you see Mo using playmaker. That's the ability to just signal out your receiver and then throw him upfield wherever you want him to go. So great play right there from Skimbo.
Sean Taylor making a big tackle. Keeping him out of the end zone at the 10-yard line.
Watch for Jimmy Graham.
First and 10. He's going to high point it to Randy Moss. Straight catch, homie.
And just like that, he puts the points up on the scoreboard. Mo has no emotion. He doesn't even know what to think right there. That was too easy for Skimbo. In all of these tournaments that we've seen him play, we always seem to ask the question, when is he going to go on a run? When's he going to put a streak together and win a few games? Everyone knows here that he has the ability to win it. He might be one of the most talented players here, but he can't ever seem to get enough games together to get himself all the way to the finals.
Deion Sanders not able to get back to the 20-yard line. It only took a minute and 1 second to have our first touchdown of the game. Now, SeriousMoe, very important here to answer.
Absolutely. You got to come out with a good drive. You need to be able to force your own will here on Skimbo. Your offense, you like to run the ball as well from gun tight. You like to pass the ball quite a bit. Skimbo also will be bringing heavy pressure defensively.
Little offset shotgun here on 1st and 10. Goes back to David Johnson. A big hit right there at the 27-yard line, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, and you'll see again a lot of coverage defense from that cover 2 style from Skimbo. He'll bring heavy pressure, but protects the deep part of the field and then the short flats as well.
Goes back to the run, a lot of space. See Clowney in there on the tackle. 2 carries for 16 yards already for Johnson.
It's going to be a theme of this one here. David Johnson is one of the better running backs in the entire game, and for good reason. You're going to see him on a lot of rosters here.
And you can tell, you see those red stars underneath the players. Herman Moore, you got Deion, and of course the man right there with the rock. Johnson's got some space, but there's the legend, Mel Blount with the tackle.
Yeah, and if there is a one weak point to Johnson's game, is that breakaway speed right there. You saw Canale right there. couldn't get there, didn't have the closing speed. But right now, Mo running the ball. He does like to air it out quite a bit, but right now controlling this game on the line of scrimmage.
Smart game plan. You want to try to keep the ball out of Skimbo's hands.
Oh, absolutely.
Make him play defense.
Skimbo is the type of player that could potentially throw like 40 points up.
Oh, yeah.
That's the type of player he is.
So 2nd and inches. Boy, I'm not sure. Yeah, he did get it, but at the cost of a big-time hit.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of quarterback sneaks in 3rd and inches, 4th and inches types of situations. Very reliable way to convert.
So 1st and 10 at the 45. SeriousMoe representing the Cowboys. He's in the blue. All white is Skimbo representing the Patriots. 1st and 10. We're all snugged up in the shotgun formation. Has time and has a man, but it's picked off. Big-time turnover.
Yeah, big-time turnover is right there. SeriousMoe, critical error down that left sideline. Skimbo looking good, putting together some drives here. Already sitting 1-0. Both these competitors 1-0 in this group stage.
A little bend, don't break. He was giving up the run, and then once the ball went in the air, he was ready. Easy pickings. So now it is 1st and 10 from the 32. Rodgers facing some heat, but finds Brown. And 5 for 5 already for Aaron Rodgers.
You know, in my discussion last night with Skimbo, we were talking, and he's one of my favorite guys to talk about Madden with because he's just like a junkie like I am. He loves the game, loves playing. He said that motion out route that he just threw there to Brown is going to be something that you want to pay attention to. It's what he feels gives him the advantage in this entire tournament. So look for that Antonio Brown quite a bit in this game.
Those trips to the right, back to Johnson. It's good to see Skimbo running the rock, and that'll move the chains. You
called it. You want to see him run the rock. If he runs the rock here, he might put him in a situation that changes his game a little bit. Everyone anticipates pass, but it might be a good thing for him here to mix it up a little bit, make him not so one-dimensional.
So 1st and 10 rolling out, and he'll just throw it away. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. We know what Antonio Brown can do. We've already seen what Randy Moss can do. He's also got Nuke Hopkins. What can you tell me about what Nuke can do?
Yeah, he's got a feature called he's definitely a playmaker, right? That's his ability to be able to move all over the field. You'll be able to see the quarterbacks will kind of point, hey, you go here, you go here. That's a feature in the game that controls the receiver. You can literally throw them wherever you want on the field, and it's one of the things you're going to see a lot of these guys take advantage of throughout this tournament.
So big 3rd and 1. Dropping back on that defensive coverage, he's found some space underneath with Brown on those drag routes.
Yeah, Antonio Brown, that's what he feels is going to be his advantage. He says this is a new strategy that he takes advantage of, a delayed pattern that doesn't get into its break right away, and he's going to make some noise with this tournament because of that route.
Well, the fake Belichick will call timeout there, and it'll be 3rd and 1. At the 46-yard line. Big play. You got to use a timeout there.
You're not in the right defense. You got to make sure you're in the right defense. You can't take the timeouts home with you.
Quick throw, and there is Nuke Hopkins. And the former Clemson Tiger brings it down to the red zone. That feels good to say.
Oh, for you it does. Absolutely. But beautiful play right there from Skimbo. Strike over the middle of the field. He has plays and routes and combinations for everything that he's going to see thrown at his way. And I love the way he's playing right now, methodical, controlling the clock, controlling the line of scrimmage. He has complete command of this game right now.
Cannot get to the edge there.
He's running, too. He's running. This is a new Skimbo, Scott.
He's
taking a page out of your book.
Is that the same guy? Is that the same guy over there? Now he's in the red zone. 2nd and 9. He was just outside on the completion to Nuke Hopkins. So he's got bunch to the left, those trips. He'll send Antonio Brown out wide again. And there is Nuke Hopkins.
Too many holes in the defense right now. And Skimbo is looking tough. He clicking on all cylinders. He's finding the right receivers at the right time. And SeriousMoe is not looking as dominant in this one here. He needs to get back on track with this next drive, put together a touchdown possession, get himself back in this ball game.
So we're still in the first quarter, and SeriousMoe, after winning against Spot Me Please, finds himself down 14-0 in this Madden Bowl revenge game. A year ago, SeriousMoe out in San Francisco took home the belt, but now finds himself trailing by 2 scores.
And that was a special moment, wasn't it? You know, you saw him raise the belt. I mean, you were on stage. You helped present that belt. That's something really special that these guys will never forget. They're trying to get back there, though, here at the Madden Bowl, Scott. We got a hot one right here between SeriousMoe and Skimbo.
And there is David Johnson. He'll fall forward, and that will be past the marker. 1st and 10. Clock running down here in the first. Let's see if he gets another playoff before the quarter. He will not. So you're trailing by 14 here, but we got a lot of games going on, 2 at once. So let's check with my main man, Tyler.
Thanks, Scott. Appreciate that. First quarter action. Lowe sends LeGarrette Blunt over the top on 4th and 1 to get the score. He's up 7-0 over Spot Me Please. Guys, back to you.
I did not know Blunt could do that, but he just went Superman in that game. 2nd and 9 here. You're trailing by 2 scores. Take me inside SeriousMoe's head here. What do you got to do?
Put together a drive that gets you a touchdown. In this spot here, you can't try and get it all back at once. You need to be slow and methodical, move the ball downfield. It starts with great run plays like that. Don't force anything. He forced that throw downfield against Skimbo and got into a bad situation where the deep safety was able to make a play on the ball. You can't keep doing that. You got to take your check downs. We said that was a key for Skimbo. SeriousMoe needs to take a page out of that book, start checking down a little bit more.
Because he's really just trailing by 1 possession. He'll get the ball to start the second half.
Ball's
and there is a fumble. I think that was Khalil Mack that came over. And lucky to retain possession.
That is one of those plays where your stomach just drops. You're moving the ball. You know you're already down 2 scores. And when that happens, you just fear. Fear just gets instilled in you. But lucky break there for Mo.
A Team of the Year edition. Khalil Mack forcing it. Prime time. No. It's the second time we've seen that.
It is. And we said check down. You have an underneath pattern that's going to get you the first down. He's playing aggressive. I do like that. But the aggressive nature has got you into trouble in this matchup. So start checking down. Take the sure thing here.
And certain players have certain traits. And for Dion, he's not going to drag those feet. He's all speed.
He's got the prime time trait, right? He's going to make plays out there for you, but not the possession.
Big 3rd and 6, and you could drive the Madden bus through that. He's at the 20, the 10, and drugged down at the 8-yard line.
Huge play right there for SeriousMoe. Was able to get a big-time run right through the middle of the field. That's a way you bounce back there after Deion Sanders doesn't keep his feet in bounds.
You know, you see these next-gen stats. Top speed for Johnson is what? 17 miles an hour. He's explosive, but not a high-end top speed.
He's not the guys you think like, oh, what? Let's think Barry Sanders of the Chris Johnson's back in the day, right? He does have some speed, but he's not the guy that's going to take over a game because of it.
Play clock was running down, so SeriousMoe will use a timeout here. 3:19 remaining in the second quarter. You're at the 8-yard line, and these are the toughest yards in Madden. These final yards in the red zone. I can't do it. I'm the field goal king.
Yeah, there's a couple of spots that you like to go here. You like to get your offensive lineman in motion here with kick them out wide. So a lot of times you'll see your 2 guards pull and run. In a situation right here, a little halfback draw, got up inside. David Johnson rumbles in.
Carrying 3 defenders into the end zone, and that was the answer that Mo needed.
Yeah, it puts him right back in this game right there. Skimbo doesn't even, no emotion. He's focused. He's ready to go here. But that's a big pivotal drive right there from SeriousMoe to make it a 1-possession game.
And Tucker will add on the extra point. We got a 7-point game. 7 plays, 76 yards, just a shade over 2 minutes on that drive. And now what SeriousMoe got in game number 1 against Spot Me Please, he needs to cause a turnover.
Yeah, that's been the name of the way he's been playing so far, right? That's how he got that first victory. So he opens himself up to the way he plays, that he's either going to get the big breaks, the big turnovers, the big mistakes, or he's going to give up the big play because he plays such a high-pressure style defense. He opens himself up to it. So a lot of times it depends on your opponent. Can they handle it or not? Right now, Skimbo handling it.
We're here in game number 2. It's going to be a full plate of Madden today and tomorrow, and moving on into the weekend here live from Orlando. It's the Madden Bowl presented by McDonald's, and on 1st and 10 gets it to the 32-yard line. And I think Skimbo here is thinking, man, I gotta use some of this clock. Maybe I get down and get 3. maybe I luck it out and get 7 here, and I'm in full control.
Yeah, I don't know. SeriousMoe might be more surprised that Skimbo's running the ball than he was when I came to visit him in Lima, Ohio, when we got a Kewpie burger together. But this is unbelievable right now. Skimbo running the ball the way he is right now.
So 2nd and 5, a quick out. Randy Moss knows how to tiptoe on the outside. 9 of 10 for 146 yards already for Skimbo.
Yeah, and that's the answer that SeriousMoe doesn't have right now. He's sending so many defenders after the quarterback. He doesn't have enough players to drop back in coverage to defend some of these quick outbreaking routes. Skimbo is going to keep dinking and dunking downfield. He will take his shots when he has an opportunity, and Moe needs to kind of change things up here.
And right now, Skimbo's doing a great job of sharing the sugar. I mean, we've seen Antonio Brown get some catches, Randy Moss, Nuke Hopkins has got involved. And on 1st and 10, it's Antonio Brown wide to the left. Quick throw, and it's going to be picked. And it is Night Train Lane, the legend, and that is what Moe needed.
Yeah, forced it right there. Great coverage from SeriousMoe. He protected that left sideline. He put a defender in the short part of the field. Skimbo forced the throw into coverage into the legend, and it made the big turnover. And right back in it, SeriousMoe with that defense.
Yeah, and if he had scored here, now he's in control as he'll get the ball to start the second half, and that is the 2-minute warning. 2 timeouts remaining for both of these teams. He's at the 30-yard line. He would love to chew up the remainder of this clock and get a last-second score.
And for good reason. Right now he's got 10 carries for 100 yards, 1 touchdown right now with David Johnson. So he's controlling the line of scrimmage with his run game.
David Johnson, you can see him there on where the left tight end would normally be in this empty set. 2nd and 12. Rodgers. Little back foot throw there, and Herman Moore couldn't find it.
Yeah, that was a throw behind the receiver a little bit there. That's where a little bit of a mistake right there for SeriousMoe. But still in the wheelhouse, 3rd and 12. The world is your oyster. You got everything in your playbook. You got still 30 yards to work with here. Watch out for a deep corner down the sideline.
Ed McCaffrey is in the left slot. That's the guy you want to watch. And Skimbo not liking what he saw. When he got to the line there, he'll use his timeout there on the defensive side. 1 timeout remaining for Skimbo.
Yeah, and if you're Moe here, you need to make sure your pass protection's on point. Expect a full onslaught of defenders coming after the quarterbacking situation from Skimbo.
Play action. Needs at least 12. Has all day.
Opposite what I said. Opposite game today. That's what we're talking about here.
And he'll just throw it away. It looked like he dropped 8 players in coverage. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, change the pace right there from Skimbo. And now we got a situation here. Moe will take the field goal. He'll Fig Newton.
It has not been easy today, and this will be right down Main Street, and it's a 1-score game.
That's smart. You take the points when they were given to you. Right now, Skimbo playing really well. Did have that error in the interception on the last possession, but his offense has looked really well at this point in this game. So smart move by Moe to take the points when given to him.
And David Johnson will take it at his own goal line. And just past the 20, and that's where Skimbo and Aaron Rodgers will take over. At this point, you got to protect the lead. If you can get a score here, that'd be nice. You do have 1 timeout to work with.
Absolutely do.
Decides to go to David Johnson. A little stutter step there. And to the 26, and the clock will run. 90 seconds remaining in the half. This is game number 2. We're just in Group A. We got a full day of Madden coming your way on through the weekend here at the Pro Bowl. Rodgers, that's Jimmy Graham. And Jimmy Graham is at the 33, and that will move the chains.
Great check down right there underneath. Hits Jimmy Graham in the short flat, was able to convert there. All the routes at his disposal right now. He's taking what Moe has given him. That's why he's up right now.
Every one of his skill players has now caught the football. And he'll roll out and just throw it away. 57 ticks before the half, 2nd and 10.
And Moe right now changing up his deep shell coverage, putting more defenders in the deep part of the field to protect against some of these deep patterns. Watch for Skimbo to attack underneath.
Randy Moss in motion. That's where he'll go. And a big-time hit. Boy, Mark Barron scares me.
You know, we were having a conversation about, again, that route right there from Skimbo. He looked me dead in the eye and he goes, Gibbs, how would you stop this? If I were to run this, and I was like, well, I would first try this. I'd try that. And he was like, nope. that won't stop it. Nope, that won't stop. He knows the exact defense that will stop it, and he said that no one in this tournament has it. That'll be open all tournament long for him.
This is how I stop it. I put my controller down, I go make a ham sandwich, and I play the next game because he is absolutely phenomenal throwing it around the yard. 3rd and 2. Has Antonio Brown on an out. Past midfield, it gets out of bounds.
You know what I love about Madden football? You know what I love about it? Is when you mesh everything together and make everything look the same. So what I mean by that is you see that motion where he sends his receiver out wide. He's now changing the play behind it. That's what I love about the game is the confusion. You try to get your opponent off guard, and you're seeing it here from Skimbo.
And there's Randy Moss once again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No answer. There's no answer. He said no one's got it. He's going to keep going to the well if it's open.
So 2nd and 2. 33 seconds, ball at the 41. No timeouts. Good job on the block there. And now David Johnson has 5 carries for 24 yards, but the clock is moving. 22 seconds before the half.
Got to play this right here if you're Skimbo. Clock is ticking. You can't afford a completion over the middle of the field.
Sack would cost you 3 points as well. Once again, dropping all in coverage. I think he's going to eat the clock, and then he's going to gain 3 inches.
He'll take the fig. He'll take the fig, get out of here, go up 7. He's got to make it first.
It's a 51-yarder.
You might sometimes miss those, no? I know. I need the focus kicker.
Trust me, I get a lot of practice at kicking when I'm playing. So 51 is good, but we saw a miss from inside of 20.
Nothing's guaranteed.
Oh, this one's going to be dead money. I like how he's holding it. That way you don't allow the player to guess the snap count. And it is up, and it is good. And with the 1 tick on the clock, it's a 7-point game here in game number 2.
Yeah, that's a big-time score right there. Make it a complete touchdown to get this game back tied up for Mo. So I like that there. Both players trading field goals at the end of the half there. Kind of feel some of that, that energy that they got going on. So this is a matchup from our 2016 Madden Challenge between Skimbo and Mo.
What does SeriousMoe got to do to get back in? Because right now, Skimbo is dotting him up down the field. He's just moving the chains one play after another. What he's got to do to counteract it? Just
be opportunistic. Take advantage of some of the mistakes that you're going to see from Skimbo. You're playing high pressure style defense. You're going to get a mistake at some point, but he needs to take advantage of it. That's the key. You're going to get a situation where there's an error. You need to take advantage of it and make the best of that opportunity.
Well, turnovers have played a part so far. We've traded field goals. We've traded some interceptions. The nice thing for Mo here is he's going to get the ball to start the second half. How important is it to tie this game up?
Critical. It's critical. I mean, you got to get back out. It's like a start of a fresh new game, right? And that's the focus point here. Get the ball back, move the ball downfield. You're fine. You just can't have a turnover yourself.
Well, you know, this is a revenge game. It was a year ago. You said a couple more days. We were out in San Francisco for Super Bowl 50, Madden Bowl. It went into overtime between these two guys, and at some point, Skimbo's thinking, I have to be able to get over the hump. Let's go to the third member of our team. Drea, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Skimbo, your offense has been clicking on all cylinders. Why has there been such a symmetry so far?
Well, the very first pass of the game, I kind of got lucky. He lurked it. I got really lucky, actually. The ball he picked, though, I didn't think his zone should have played that. I still, to this day, will think it's a good read, but I think my offense is looking really good. I'm seeing everything pretty good right now.
You mentioned the pick, and that's going to give him a little bit of momentum going into the second half. And the last time you played SeriousMoe, you did lose. So what's the mentality, the winning mentality, coming into the second half?
Well, you know, me and Mo, we're pretty good friends, actually. We've played many times since then. You know, he has my number, but I keep telling him I owe him one on the big stage, and I just hope this one's it right here.
All right, we'll see. Let's send it back to Tyler and the guys.
All right, thanks, Dre. Appreciate that. This one has been just as good as advertised. You know, I feel like we're kind of sleeping on Skimbo a little bit. RG, I want to get your thoughts on that. But before we do, let's go ahead and talk to you about the other game. Now, this is a big one. Spot Me, Please, Los. Both these guys with a loss today. Farrells, take us through the first half.
First quarter here, McDonald's Mac Jr. moment. LeGarrette Blount over the top. Takes the lead right there for Los, but Spot Me Please in the second quarter would answer. He trailed 10-0, but he breaks a big one right there. Dallas Clark, 2 plays, 39 yards, makes it 10-7 at the half.
This is going to be a really tight one. And remember, folks, 0-2, not a spot you want to be in. Of course, points matter, But could we see Spot Me Please, the guy who didn't lose a single game in the Madden Classic, go home early?
He's going to have to be David Blaine to get out of that box that Los has him in right now. Los is on every single read he has. This one could get ugly.
It's tremendously shocking what's happening to Spot Me Please so far in the first half. Los able to shut him down early in this one, but you can't give up on Spot Me Please yet. I'm not prepared to throw it in for him.
All right, let's go ahead and get highlights from this first matchup that we've been bringing you. Skimbo and SeriousMoe. This one, fireworks early. Barles?
Skimbo led this thing off big time. Red zone. Randy Moss, who else, goes up for the score. He takes a 7-0 lead. SeriousMoe trying to come back down the field, but Skimbo with some big time defense right there. Grabs the interception. This would lead to a DeAndre Hopkins touchdown. 14-0 Skimbo, 7 plays, 68 yards. In the second quarter, SeriousMoe, though, you know you can't keep this guy down. A David Johnson touchdown run. That's team of the year. David Johnson, the best halfback in the entire tournament. Skimbo comes back down, though. Throws the pick. SeriousMoe keeps the momentum in his favor. It would lead to a field goal for Mo, and we stand right now at 17-10 at halftime.
That's a great game right there. You know, Sirius has made some really big turnovers today, but Skimbo's been playing great all afternoon. And, you know, RG, I teased this before, you know, sleeping on Skimbo. Do we not give him enough love and respect?
Yeah, it's kind of awkward. None of us picked Skimbo at this desk, but when you look at that guy's resume, he's been to every single live event that we've ever had in the Madden Championship. He's always at the top of the leaderboards, and he's given us no reason to pick against him. It's very strange, but I think he's using it as motivation. But this isn't the first time him and SeriousMoe have been in a close game, and SeriousMoe came away with it last time we were on the big stage.
Let's take a look at Skimbo a little bit more in depth and find out who this guy is that we're not giving enough love to.
I'm Zach Lane, aka SeriousMoe. I'm 22 years old, and I'm here to win the Madden Bowl. I'm from Lime, Ohio, so it's like a big little city. There's not a whole lot going on. You know, most of my friends are in trouble. You know, they don't got a whole lot going on. So Madden was my way to really get out of all that. Madden's affected my life tremendously, you know, my family. At first, they weren't really believers in what I had going on, but last year when I won a Madden challenge, my mom really just started believing in me, and she knew I could do whatever I wanted. You know, I've always been really confident, and then sometimes that just rubs people the wrong way. I'm ready to knock out the guy in front of me. I don't care who it is. I don't care how I go about doing it. I'm not trying to be your friend while we're playing. We can talk after the game. I don't hope anybody else wins. I hope I win. So I'm going to say that. I had to go through a ton to qualify for this event. You know, with the Madden Classic, I didn't put the time in, and it showed. You know, I cried. You know what I mean? It's like, how did I let this happen? So I promised myself that would never happen again. But I'm almost glad I lost. I played probably like 400 games in a month. It just made me so determined to come back and win the rest of these events. I'm really excited. My family's coming out here. You know, they've never seen me play before at an event. So if I could win it for them, that would mean everything to me.
SeriousMoe, definitely serious look on his face right there. He's been playing really good. He's had some opportunities that he's been able to capitalize on. Can he get it done in the second half? He is trailing Skimbo 17-10. Guys, you know, we were all very favorable for him in these matchups in Group A. We really thought this is a guy that could come in, sweep the competition. He still has the capability to do so. Let's not forget, he was down in game one against Spot Me Please, was able to come back in the second half. Do we expect the same from him in this matchup?
Absolutely. You heard Skimbo say when he was talking to Drea that he still thinks that was a good read. He threw a pick. It was a terrible read. If he continues to do that, Mo's going to be all over him. Look for Mo to come back. He'll get it done.
I predict this game to come down to the wire. It's going to come down to the last possession of the game. I'm going to stick with my pick, SeriousMoe, but maybe Skimbo will show us once and for all that we finally need to stop sleeping on that kid.
I think Skimbo used a lot of those tricks he brought up his sleeve to this event in that first half and got him out to a lead, but I don't think he can hold on. I like Mo to get back in this one.
All right, gotcha. This one it's been a great day so far. This Group A has been unbelievable. This is a huge game. On the flip side, remember, we still have Spot Me Please taking on Los. That game has huge implications. Whoever loses that game is going to be 0-2. That doesn't mean that they're necessarily out, but that really puts them in a tough position to advance. We've seen it done before. Remember at the Madden Classic, Problem was 1-2 in his group. He was able to advance. Points matter, so you don't want to get skunked. You got to get some points on the board, so we'll give you updates on that game. But right now, let's get back to the second half of the big one. Skimbo taking on SeriousMoe. Scott Gibbs, take it away.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Well, it's been a exciting first day so far. We're here in the second half. SeriousMoe trailing here. He's going to get the ball first. He's got to pound the rock, and then you can't turn the ball over. That is killer to him in the first half. He was able to get one back, but now he's got to sort of step up here, find a way to get to 2-0.
Yeah, one thing you got to watch for in this half here, Scott. Skimbo playing a lot of coverage defense. Hasn't been. First, we're gonna take a look at the keys of the game here. He's gonna forget this rematch from the last event that we had in the Madden Challenge of 2016. That is critical for him. He needs to protect against the pass, all that pressure that is coming against him, and to remember about your checkdowns. The checkdowns will be your best friend in this game.
There's your McDonald's keys to the game. One half. Trying to reach out there. He's already got 110 yards in 12 carries, but 3rd and inches, goes to a hurry up here. He'll run it inside zone, and David Johnson, slow and steady.
Yeah, and I think that Mo recognizes right now that Skimbo is playing all that coverage. He's dropping defenders back and not rushing after the passer. So I think we'll start seeing a more run-style offense here from Mo to try and take advantage of some of that coverage-style defense from Skimbo.
And most of the heat coming off the edge, so able to work the ball inside. 36-yard line, play action. Finds Dion, and Primetime will be taken down by Sean Taylor in the red zone.
Yeah, once again, Primetime, be careful. He really is carrying the ball like it's like a loaf of bread right now, palming it one hand. Guys, it's a fumble city right there.
Knocking on the door at the 23-yard line. Will move his tight end across the formation. Y is wide open. Come on now. You ever do that? You ever just yell at the screen?
Yeah, when you miss a wide open read like that, yes, you do.
You can get involved in the conversation out on Twitter, #MaddenBowl. And we'll show you some love. 2nd and 10. Of course, that's why they're playing, and I'm sitting over here.
Yeah,
right? Because you throw it to Y, you throw an interception in the red zone, and then you look terrible.
Well, to us, it looked like it was open, right? It probably wasn't that open for while they're playing, but 3rd and 5 situation here. Skimbo needs to clamp down. He's playing a lot of coverage.
Yeah.
Over the course of a game, the course of a tournament group stage like this, you typically aren't going to get away with all that coverage, especially in Madden Ultimate Team. A little more pressure here from Skimbo.
Big 3rd down. 3rd and 5 from the 18. Rogers in the gun. He's got David Johnson to his right. He will motion Johnson into the slot. Rogers looking. He's only rushing one guy. Now here comes the pressure, and he throws a pick. And Lucky
forced it. He forced it. I mean, he was really stressing that possession right there. No one was open. You're down 7. I know you need a touchdown there, but you got to throw that ball away. We've seen him do it time and time again throughout his first game against Spot Me, and now here against Skimbo. And right there, he forced that into coverage, and he paid dividends here. Huge mistake.
2nd interception thrown of the game. But Skimbo will take over the 14-yard line. 1st and 10. Skimbo controlling the old school Patriots here. We'll throw back to the 80s. And there is Antonio Brown trying to strip the ball on the outside, but you talked about it. How do you stop that route?
Well, the first thing you could do is try to user it.
Yeah.
And what that means is take the player you literally control on the defense side of the ball and get into the area and prevent that receiver, Antonio Brown, from making a play. What ends up happening is you open up everything else
Right.
downfield and give up the big play. So it's kind of like, how do you want to handle this here? Do you let up the big play downfield, or do you let up the short underneath patterns time and time again? So it puts your defense in a huge dilemma.
So 1st and 10 now from the 25, 2:40 remaining in the third. Skimbo with a touchdown lead in the football. Got trips to the left. Motion out Antonio. And there's Nuke Hopkins right at midfield.
That's impressive right there. He throws right at the user over the middle of the field. No fear right there by Skimbo. Delivers a strike for a huge play. That Hopkins has played tremendous for him in this game, and he's made some big plays over the middle of the field.
So a yard shy of the 50-yard line, a new set of downs. 1st and 10. Rodgers in the gun. Some audibling on offense and some audibling on defense. It's a chess match here at midfield.
Mo double teaming Brown.
And that opens up Jimmy Graham. Like you said, you try to shut down one route and one opens up.
And look at all the attention that Mo is paying to that one route. He double teamed the underneath pattern Antonio Brown. And that's the type of player Antonio Brown is. He makes your offense explosive. Mo has to double team him. He has to then user guard him as well. Opens up a route down the middle of the sideline of the field. And huge play for Skimbo.
90 seconds remaining in the quarter. And it's a running play. David Johnson able to shed one, but you might stiff arm, Barron, but you're not stiff arming Sean Taylor.
No, you're not. That's a wrap-up tackler right there, Sean Taylor.
So a 2nd and 7 from the 22. Graham and Hopkins off to the right. And he forced that one in there. That was the same route. We saw it on the other side of the field, and that's what Night Train had to pick.
Yeah, and that's 2 times he's made that mistake where he's tried to get cute down that right sideline, trying to confuse Mo. Critical error then again. Doesn't cost him there, but Mo, good adjustment there to defend against that sideline pattern.
This is where it starts to get tough to throw the football.
Double team again on the underneath pattern.
He's going to find Antonio Brown, who gets absolutely lit up.
That's what happens when you throw into deep coverage when you got a Taylor back there, but great defense by Mo, able to hold Skimbo to only a field goal here on this drive.
And the kick is up, and it is easy breezy, lemon squeezy, but it's a 10-point lead now for Skimbo, 2-score game.
Yeah, and now listen, if you remember the game with Spot Me Please, the flip-flop of this situation here with Mo and Skimbo. So right now, you still have plenty of time to get back in this. You've made some mistakes that have cost you and put you down in this game. You've made some big plays yourself. Just put together a drive here. Remember, Skimbo playing a lot of coverage. Take advantage of that. Don't forget it. Run the ball.
It was Spot Me who trailed by 11 late in the third to SeriousMoe. Now SeriousMoe trails by 10, and that run goes nowhere. Great run blitz defense from Mark Barron. 2nd and 12 now. Dion off to the right. Herman Moore off to the left, and Ed McCaffrey is in the slot. And that's where he goes. And he just got that foot in bounds.
Yeah, he did. And take a look at the passing game right now for SeriousMoe. 2 for 8 right now. So he is struggling throwing the ball. This is not a good situation for him. Skimbo making him one-dimensional in this game right now.
Empties out the backfield once again. Very snuggy on the formation. Here comes the heat. And that was close to a fumble.
Be careful if you're SeriousMoe. Great pressure off that right edge, and this is the cat and mouse game that Skimbo's playing now. Am I playing coverage, or am I sending pressure at you? It's very difficult to decipher and understand, and that's what the best players do.
So 2nd and 10. David Johnson once again will be stifled. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 10 to gain. Getting close to 4th quarter time here. Final play of the third. And there is Herman Moore. And so we're going to have a 4th and manageable.
Yeah, and this is a tough spot. Do you go for it? Do you take the field goal? You want to go for it because it's going to get you in a situation. But, yeah, can you even kick a 59-yard field goal?
59 yards, yeah.
Yeah, we saw a couple players yesterday practicing with some of these kickers that you have in Ultimate Team, and this is about that part of the field that is a little too far for him, so that's why we're seeing here and going for it here on 4th and 4.
Can't afford to come up empty on a field goal. So 4th and 4, big play to start the 4th.
Screaming.
And he goes to Jimmy Graham, and that's a big play right up the seam.
Yeah, and when you drop down to those cover 2 style defenses, that is where you target. Directly over the middle of the field, and heck, why not when you got a guy like Jimmy Graham out there?
Ball at the 18. Nice job in the flats to David Johnson. He moves it forward 4 yards. So 2nd and 6. Little bit of hurry up, and we're going to have a timeout by Skimbo.
I like that. He's giving himself some time here, but that might help Mo. Keep some time on the clock here, down 10, 4 minutes and change remaining. He's got all of his timeouts. You got to try to get the ball in the end zone here pretty quickly to give yourself some time here for a comeback.
Man-to-man coverage on the outside with Herman Moore, but decides to delay to Johnson, and a great play call. He's inside the 5.
Halfback draw working very well right now against Skimbo and all the coverage he's playing. When you run those halfback draws, what ends up happening is the defense will drift away as they think it's a pass, and then the draw opens up the running lanes behind it.
So I formation, wide receivers out wide, and Jimmy Graham started to think about jumping over the top.
Wanted it. He wanted it.
Did not get there. 2nd and goal from the 5. And right now, these are precious seconds. I know 4 minutes seems like a lot of time, but it's not.
You can literally just lose track of time in these spots here. You run on 1st down. You run on. Next thing you know, there's about 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go, and you're like, how did I get here? Well, you ran it 4 times.
Goes to David Johnson once again, but that's right in the teeth of the defense.
Yeah, and here it is, right? You run the ball. The clock is going. Clock is ticking. You get yourself in a bad spot here, especially if you don't get a touchdown.
Rodgers high points it,
Beautiful.
and Ed McCaffrey has made this a 3-point game with the impending extra point.
That's a beautiful play, set up by all those runs that he had on the previous plays. He went to the corner out back of the end zone to 6'5" Ed McCaffrey, who has been absolutely dynamic for SeriousMoe, and his offense makes it a field goal game right now. He just needs one of those classic SeriousMoe stops.
He's got 3 timeouts, 3:39 on the clock, and he'll take the ball at the 25-yard line. He needs a play. Dion just looks right in that, that star on the helmet. So 1st and 10, Skimbo goes to the run, and he's going to be close to the 1st down. We got another very important game going on. Tyler, tell us.
All right, thanks, guys. 3rd quarter, Los using Derek Carr finds LeGarrette Blount, of all people, who will go 66 yards for a touchdown to make the score 20-7. Guys, spot me, please, in some serious trouble. Back to you.
Wow, did not see that coming. We're in the 4th quarter here, 2nd and 1. 3:05 remaining, and David Johnson once again, and he'll move the sticks.
This is unbelievable. I mean, he's like an amoeba out there, just changing all over the place. He is running the ball more than I've seen him ever run the ball, and I think it's a great thing for his offense. It makes him less one-dimensional, makes him that much harder to defend his potent passing offense.
He uses a lot of gun bunch. He moves Randy Moss out wide. 2:38.
Smart move right there. He gets the clock under the 40 seconds there, so get down to the 2-minute warning.
Goes back to the run. Got a great block. Sean Taylor coming up, laying a big stick there, but it's going to be 2nd and 2.
He managed that clock perfectly. He got it directly under 2 minutes and 30 seconds with a 30-second play clock in Madden Ultimate Team. That forces Mo to take a timeout. That was beautifully executed right there by Skimbo.
So it's 3rd and 1. Did not get much on the sneak. He's going to try it again, and this time he'll get it, and that was huge.
I know you said that doesn't look like Tom Brady at the start of the game, not to be confused with Aaron Rodgers and the Patriots jersey, but all those QB sneaks for 1st down certainly do.
Yeah, this is going to take it to the 2-minute warning. Ball at the 49-yard line. Now, SeriousMoe still has 2 timeouts remaining. 1 for Skimbo. Say you keep doing what you're doing here. You got to protect the football.
Yeah, you got to run the ball here. You can get the clock down to roughly about a buck 20 and change here after 2 runs potentially, and then in a 3rd down run. Punt the ball, lock up on defense. Mo has no timeouts in that situation, and let's play some big boy defense.
So on 1st down, SeriousMoe decides not to use a timeout. Smart move. 2nd and 10. Let's see if Skimbo will put the ball in the air.
Run the clock all the way down here in this situation, and then let's see another play.
He knows a 1st down.
Oh, he's passing.
Would just about clinch this. He's going to throw it away, and that's going to stop the clock. That's the gamble.
Yeah, and that's the first time we've seen that underneath route to both Antonio Brown and Randy Moss was defended against. So SeriousMoe starting to figure it out in the critical stages of this game. What does Skimbo go to here?
3rd and 10, minute 25, ball at the 49. Moss in motion. Rodgers goes back to Randy Moss, who reaches. He's just going to be short. It's going to be 4th and 1, ball at the 43, and Skimbo has got a big decision to make here.
Right back to it. He goes back to the well. Again, his favorite route, his favorite play. Skimbo showing that he has confidence in that in the most crucial points of games. Can SeriousMoe stop it? You got to think he's going to it again here. Watch Antonio Brown over the middle of the field.
So 4th and 1. This is the play of the game. 1 timeout each. Clock stopped at a minute 20. Your ball game could be right here, folks. And Rodgers, and that is
he
dropped the football.
Wow.
And that gets the crowd here in Orlando.
And here we go, Scott. You get one chance, one opportunity. This is the time for SeriousMoe. He's got 1 timeout in his back pocket, too. He managed that clock well on his side of the ball, too.
Well, all rebellions are built on hope. And we got a little bit of hope here with a minute. Spin move, and he's still on his feet. He's at the 30 on the outside and tripped up. Big play from Blunt.
And the crowd is standing up after that spin move right there. A broken tackle. You can see Mo's family certainly excited about that one. He is already in field goal range right now. We might be going into overtime again here.
Well, they did that a year ago in San Francisco at the Madden Bowl in the finals. Clock is running. Timeout apiece. Back to Johnson, and he will lean forward there and fall. Nice 5-yard gain. Clock definitely starting to become a factor.
Yeah, and if you're Skimbo here, you got to watch a seam pass to Jimmy Graham.
2nd and 5. Covered up. And, oh my.
We talked before. We had a conversation before, Scott. I said that Skimbo told me last night that that little playmaker hitch that he's throwing underneath there is potentially going to cost SeriousMoe this tournament and his tournament life, and it almost did there. Almost a crucial error from Mo. How does he bounce back on 3rd and 5?
Had a man right there, 27 seconds remaining in this one. Deep in the 4th quarter. And SeriousMoe trailing by 3. Got 5 yards to go on 3rd down. And here comes Clowney. And here comes 4th down. You got to tie this thing.
That is shades of old Jadeveon Clowney right there. Screaming through, breaks free, puts pressure on the quarterback. And yeah, you certainly have to take a field goal to tie this one up.
And it's we thought most of these are give-me's today, but after a miss early, and now things are tied up.
2020. You got 20 seconds. It's 2020. You got 1 timeout. There's plenty of time here, potentially with a good return here for Skimbo to get into field goal range.
We just received word that Spot Me Please, our defending champion from the Madden Classic, if Mo does not pull this out, he will not be moving on. So this is huge. Spot Me Please is now rooting for SeriousMoe to keep him in the tournament.
That is big news right there. Spot Me Please actually watching this game on the stage, looking on as he's hoping for a SeriousMoe victory here.
20 apiece and 20 on the clock. And they're throwing it deep, and it's picked off. And a spin move. And now with 11 seconds left, what do you do?
You got to take a look. Spot Me Please applauding this right now. He is fired up as well, watching this matchup. And just like the Madden Challenge, Skimbo throws an interception in the late moments of a game. Mo, you got to play, kid. You got to get to field goal range.
So he's at the 44-yard line. Needs one play, and then he needs to kick it through the uprights. Rodgers.
He's got
finds McCaffrey. And McCaffrey with 5 seconds left.
Oh my goodness.
Don't call it a comeback. He's been here for years.
This is what we're talking about with Skimbo. All the talent in the world. Plays phenomenally.
And here is the potential game winner. 48-yarder. It's up. It is good. And SeriousMoe has won in comeback fashion.
That is how you go 2-0 right now. And Spot Me Please as well is looking on, and he is also cheering this one on. That was an unbelievable game. The way it ended there.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Crazy.
You talk about players having your number. Once again, SeriousMoe able to defeat Skimbo.
Just the composure that he had, down 10, late in the third quarter. He battles back against all that adversity, plays flawlessly in that fourth quarter, keeps his head up, and he made all the plays he needed to. Made all the conversions, put pressure on Skimbo, and that's why he's moving on.
Well, there was a storyline a year ago where he threw an interception in overtime. That allowed SeriousMoe to win. Let's go to the third member of our team, Darrelle.
Hey guys, yeah, here with SeriousMoe. Congratulations. A huge pick, huge field goal in crunch time. Take me through how you came back.
Honestly, I've never ran that defense before. I was running a coverage defense out of a blitz just randomly because I noticed I couldn't stop a corner out, so I ended up having to put my safety in a hard flat to stop the corner out. And once I stopped that play, he really wasn't as comfortable in offense. And he played great defense all game, had a battle. It was a great game.
You've shown that you came here to the Madden Bowl with ice in your veins. You told me how upset you were you didn't make the Classic, but you're making a statement here. What do you want the Madden community to know? You're 2-0 here at the Madden Bowl so far.
Nothing really, this was expected from me, I held myself to a high standard, and I'm glad I'm performing so far.
All right, he's performing so far, high standard. Let's see where he goes from here. Let's send it back to Tyler and the guys.
All right, thanks, Darrelle. Wow.